What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and in today's video we're taking a look at the latest merch from Opium's very own destroylonely in support of his upcoming second album, Love Lasts Forever. Now before we get started, I want to give a special shout out to the homie Strain Beats who's been cooking up the beats for these videos, so make sure you guys check him out. And while you're here, you might as well drop a like and subscribe and join our free Discord to stay up to date with the latest and the greatest. Shout out to all of my chefs in there. Now to start off today's video, we of course have the album art here, which Lone shared within the last couple of weeks, and given that the album has been teased over the last couple of months, it was really to my surprise that we got the following merch drop within the last couple of days, seemingly in support of Lone's second upcoming album, which is allegedly supposed to drop this upcoming Friday, August 30th, according to him in this Instagram post. So I will of course be keeping a close eye at the end of the week to verify whether or not this one actually drops or it gets pushed back yet again. So to start off this new collection, we have the following Love Lasts Forever Fan Pack A, which essentially looks to be a bandana and the CD of the album for a cool price of $30, and as you can see at the top there, they advertise that these pieces are available separately, with the CD available for a cool $12 and the bandana running you $25. So if you wanted to pick up the two for $30, you are getting a little bit of a deal. Now next up in this collection we have Fan Pack B, which is essentially the same as the first, but we're replacing the bandana this time with a hoodie, and it'll run you a cool $105 for the retail, which honestly is about on par for destroylonely merch pricing as we've seen in the past. And while I'll be the first to admit I am a bit underwhelmed with the lack of variety for this first wave of merch, I do want to acknowledge the fact that this is just the first wave, and I'm about 99% sure that Lone will drop another wave of merch when the actual album drops this upcoming Friday. Now something I do want to point out is that I absolutely love the typography or font that he's using for this new era of destroylonely. And whether or not they actually mean it, one thing I really respect about Lone and his team when it comes to this drop is that all of the pieces are advertised as shipping on August 30th, which is the day this album is supposed to drop, which is of course a huge difference from the advertised 3 to 4 months that some other major artists have been advertising on their shipping times. So if these pieces actually get out that quickly, well then shout out to Lone one time, and some other artists could definitely take some notes. Now, although I was a bit underwhelmed with the lack of variety when it comes to this first wave of merch, I was very curious what Lone's fans had in mind, so I decided to hop on Reddit, and much like myself, many people were complaining that there really wasn't any effort and they felt like this first wave was really lazy. So with that being said, I'd love to know what my chefs and viewers think about this drop in the comments, and whether or not you guys ended up picking up any of the pieces. Because for an album that was supposed to drop all the way back in June a couple of months ago, I feel like his team could have done a little bit more to hype up this drop. And for the sake of his career, I really hope he's not going down the same path as his mentor Cardi with all of the album delays and constantly lying to the fans, because we know what that can do to a fan's relationship. So as someone that's a fan of all of these Opium dudes, and as someone that attended Ken's most recent tour here in Orlando, I really hope that this next album delivers, because it's not hard to be left in the dust. And as is tradition with any Opium related artist video I make, I have to mention how big of a letdown this Antagonist tour was, given that it didn't take place, and how legendary it could have been. Now you may be watching this video and wondering what the significance of the black bandanas are as part of the merch bundles, so I wanted to share the following photos of Lone here rocking some form of this BA or Black America branded merch over the last couple of months in the form of these bandanas and also the following flag. And while I'm not sure if this new BA branding is simply part of this album rollout or if this will lead to something greater, I wanted to at least share some context behind the pieces we saw here in the merch bundles. Now with all that being said, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on this new album to actually deliver, as it feels like Ken Carson has slowly surpassed Lone. And while he's had some less than stellar news in the headlines, most recently beefing with the rapper Lucky, I think it's time for the new album to speak for itself. as Lone is actually a really dope artist and it's been cool to see his aesthetic and style grow over time. Now if you made it this far in the video and you're interested in some more Destroy Lonely related content, I covered the merch supporting his first album If Looks Could Kill, so I'll go ahead and link that at the end of this video. Now as always guys, thank you so much for cooking with the kitchen, and let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments. Ultimately, I think Lone is a very dope artist, and while I do feel a little bit underwhelmed with this first wave of merch, I'm about 99% sure this guy is going to drop another set when the actual album drops, hopefully this upcoming Friday. So if you're on the fence about copying any of these pieces, or you feel just a little bit underwhelmed, I'd say wait until Friday, and I can't wait to listen to the album. So as always guys, thank you so much for watching these videos. Let me know what you guys would like to see me cook up next. Let me know your favorite Lone song and if you actually picked up any of the pieces as part of this first wave. And as always, remember to stay safe out there, and remember, it's lit straight up. And peace.